the bell, follow me on LDK at Dixon. Give this a like so more people can find this. Hello gorgeous! Welcome to my luxury jacket haul. I got some things from DIOR, GIVENCHY and SMYTHE. Well, I bought them online from Vestiaire Collective. And for those of you who do not know, I am slow shopping now. If you did not see my announcement on my blog, and if you did not see my last post on things I no longer buy, I'll have that linked below. I'll have all of these items linked below and things that are similar because these are used. I got these secondhand, which is a part of my slow shopping journey, and I don't want to call it a journey. I don't plan on doing a lot of shopping very much that is new, and I like to support American and British brands, and I bought these a while ago before I kind of made this decision. And SMYTHE counts kind of as American. It's North American. They're a brand from Canada, but I bought some of these items from Americans who previously owned them, so I'm kind of supporting them because I'm buying it secondhand from them, and there are some really interesting pieces. And also I'm going to get into more about the pricing that made things interesting, because these things were one was under $200, one was under $100, and I got them at an insane deal considering the prestige of the brand and the make and the quality of the actual item. If you take a good look at it, if you are not familiar with designer and luxury things, I'll point some little Easter eggs out. And I am not a person who likes to shop designer all the time. I'm more about quality. So I'm wearing a 100% silk top right now that is reversible, and I love it's more like about usability also for me. So I like this top because it's reversible and I can use it more than once, and I hand wash my items so that I appreciate my clothes better, and I'm not just buying things off the rack willy-nilly. I don't like trends because it's literally people telling you what to wear, and I personally have a very strong signature style and I'm sticking to that, and it's easier for people to remember you that way because you have a strong sense of who you are and repetition, and your grandkids one day, you have to think long term. I think very much in long term. You affect everybody around you. So let's get into it. First is this jacket from DIOR, Christian Dior. So let me move this. I literally have a table of jewelry just sitting right here because I was doing weekly Amazon faves, and I'm gonna do a whole video on how to style this jacket alone because I want to get creative with what I already have, and I want to not run through clothes and think like, oh, I'm tired of that, this is old. You have to see your clothes as something that you'll wear forever, not think like, oh, I use this all the time. And I notice people have this kind of profligate attitude when it comes to shopping, and they say, oh, I can wear this for a season. I don't like buying things to be a season one-off. I want it to be well loved. I want to wear it until it has holes and then I can't even resell it anymore. So I don't plan on reselling all the items that I purchase from now on. So I have to think very, very wisely of what I am willing to keep. And that makes me think, what am I actually willing to wear? What do I actually use every day? And these are items that I actually use. And it's like, if you're gonna live your life luxuriously, live it in the things that you actually wear. Because I used to shop for occasion wear all the time, where it's really expensive, and then I only wear them once, and I think, oh, I wore it once, I have pictures in it. That's insane to me. Because not everyone's seen that dress. Not everyone cares about social media and seeing you wearing that on social media. So this jacket is over 80 years old. How do I know this? Because I looked at the label. So first, let me go through some details. This was under $200. It was like 190 something, I think. I'll have it up here. And you can see that the herringbone has little rings coming out of it because it's been picked and it's been worn. And saying that this is 80 years old, like 80, 70 years old, means the original person who owned this is probably passed away. It's probably dead. Probably were not able to afford a Christian Dior jacket if you were middle class until like around your 20s or 30s if you really worked hard. And it wasn't necessarily available to everyone for clothing or for accessories and smaller leather goods. That's a different story. But actual clothing like jackets are like today, they're like $7,000 for a nice coat, $5,000 to $6,000 for a coat like this. The velvet stayed, and usually velvet gets really patchy if you don't take care of it. I've seen jackets that are 15 years old that the velvet gets just utterly destroyed and it looks horrible, where this is incredible. And the buttons are velvet, even here at the front under the lapels. It's so stunning, and it's very much what I call my countryside jacket. So if I'm out going for a walk and the weather is lovely, I'm gonna wear this jacket. Where if I go out for a walk and it's like a bit rainy, I'll wear my Burberry, or I'll wear my Barber jacket, because and it also depends what season it is. So I have each different jacket for different seasons, and keeping me warm and protected, and keeping my clothes protected, because a lot of it is like shell. So it depends on the weather. And this is my countryside jacket. So when you're in the countryside, you want to have the flaps of your pockets out, because it keeps dirt and all the weather outside of your pockets. Where in the city, this is dress code etiquette. I'll have a whole video on dress code etiquette for all occasions linked below. You can check that out after this, along with a bunch of other links that are going to be down there. So I'm an etiquette consultant at the end of the day. Dressing appropriately is good manners. And so when you have to go into the city and you want to look smart, you make sure that is as sleek as possible, and it has a cleaner silhouette. I'll close it for you. I usually leave it open because I'm petite, and if you're petite, you typically open your jacket so that it streamlines your look and you don't get cut off. Where sometimes it's okay if it's cropped, but I personally like to really accentuate my waist by wearing it with a belt if I'm going into the city and looking smart with like a Giuliva heritage style, or a Blase Milano, very like Italian sexy blazer look. So I am just going to keep it simple and easy as my everyday coat, or in the countryside, because I'm moving to the countryside. And here in the Hollywood Hills, I know this is the city. I'm literally looking at the hills, and then we have also another view of the city lights. It looks like, yes, it's the city, but the nature here is underrated, and it instantly turns into countryside here in Los Angeles, which is something people do not always realize. And I love this because it's green, and green is perfect for in the city and countryside. Yes, it leans more toward countryside, but it's a color that you can get away with. Like, you cannot wear brown in the city. Brown is meant definitely for the countryside. Black is for the city if you want to be taken seriously, especially if you're going to work, and blue is for the city. But blue is also like green, where it's even more forgiving for both the city and the countryside. Where green, I think it complements my color season a bit more. And this top is making me look a bit yellow because it's blush. And I'm wearing very warm tone lipstick right now. It has a lot of blue base in it, but it's still a warm tone. And anyway, so this is a bit of an all over the place outfit, considering that I'm wearing pink lounge trousers. So I'm actually sick right now, for those of you who don't know. So I'm okay. I think you should always have a sunny attitude, even if you're not feeling well. But standing hurts, so I'm not gonna like prance around like I normally do in videos. I'm just gonna show you the detail of this incredible jacket. And it has this houndstooth, or what I like to call puppy tooth. So I don't know if you can hear me if I move away from the mic. You can see close up that it is rippled. All the little the threads are lifted, which is annoying, but you can't see it unless you're very, very close up. And you can see some of it here, but the thing is, I really don't mind because it's really warm. And the reason I got this was because I needed a wool jacket, and I got this because it's so smart looking without being aggressive. And a lot of smart looking jackets are always they look like they want to like take your money. And I don't mean like take your money, they want to rob you, but I mean like a lawyer is going to come in and take your money kind of aggressive look, which is a good thing if you're a lawyer or if you're an agent, but I am not going for that look. I like to look a bit softer, more approachable, and more inviting and friendly. So it's a lot of natural things. Oh, it's all natural. I think that's why I bought this, yeah. So it's 77% wool, 23% mohair, and then the trim is 100% cotton. So check this out. And it's made in the United States. So that's during the time that Christian Dior had a collaboration with New York designers, or like Dior Maison in New York. From my understanding of the different labels, I looked it up online, and I love supporting American brands and anything that's American made, because I think we should support our local jobs and support our local economy, and I think that's great. And I'm tired of supporting China, especially considering that they're committing the G word to a whole race of people currently. I don't want to support that. So I'm really glad that I got this for so many reasons. The natural fibers, it keeps me warm. It's already lived in, so I know that it's very livable. It's perfect for the city and the countryside, very versatile. You can wear it with like a silk satin slip dress, and you can wear it with a dress shirt, and you can wear it casually, how I'm wearing it right now at home. And you can look smart, and it's perfect for the countryside where you can actually protect the item, and it works as an overcoat or a simple coat by itself, and it's very, very smart. I love the wide lapel. I've always loved wide lapels. I really don't like thin lapels because they just look too Nordic for me. I lived in the Nordics and they really like the thin lapels. I don't know why. It's like too simple looking, where this is a bit more flamboyant, it's a bit more built, and I have a very large chest, so it makes me look more proportionate up here, as opposed to when I have a thin lapel, it just makes me look like I have more weight in the wrong places, and this highlights a bit more of an hourglass and accentuates my shape, where especially I like to style this with a belt when I do go into the city anyway, and it looks like $1,000,000. And I'm not planning to wear this as like a dress-up coat. This is my in the countryside. I'm in wellies. I am taking a walk with my family and picking up my little kids, and there's nothing that is, this is not like like I'm trying to dress to the nines. This is my everyday coat that I plan to wear and wear till I die, until it has a ton of holes in it, or I'll take care of it as best as I can and hand it down to my kids one day. So I really love this jacket, and I'm so glad that I found it. You will find beautiful 100% silk pants that are incredible condition on Vestiaire Collective. I bought my Hermes belt and my Hermes mules from there, and they were never worn. I think they were gifted because the person had a ton of items and they're like totally new, or they were used into the ground, and I plan on using these into the ground, where I think they just had a lot of money, or they were gifted a lot of things. Why do we have a landline? I don't understand. And I also got the Hermes belt, and that was perfectly new. And Vestiaire Collective, by the way, authenticates everything for you, so it gets sent to their headquarters. They inspect everything, and it comes with a tag that says this was inspected by, and then a person's name. And so it's guaranteed that from their research, their understanding, their experts, that it is authentic. And they will let you know, like, oh hey, this person had an extra stain here, we didn't see this, we didn't know, they didn't tell us on the actual listing before, so we're letting you know, do you still want to confirm this purchase, or do you want us to send it back? So I think that's the best part of Vestiaire Collective. And I got a few other things that are very, very timeless, and I'm wearing these things 5 ever because they're so chic. Okay, so this next item I changed into this light sage cashmere crew neck sweater from J. Crew, because I have a whole haul of them, and my whole J. Crew cashmere collection linked below, you can check out. This jacket is Givenchy, and I'll just show you quickly what it looks like. I wanted to wear this green tone so that it kind of mutes it, and I want it to be a cool tone look. So this is why I have so many cool tones. I've been leaning more into a lot of blues and greens, and I really love them because they bring out my deep winter features. And I like when my dark hair and dark eyes really pop from my eye whites, and I don't look so red all the time because I have really strong rosacea, and I wear so much makeup. When I have rosacea, I find myself putting on more, and I thought, you know what, how about I just wear something green to cancel it out, and instead of piling my face on and making my skin so bad. So I got this jacket to be my only black jacket. This is 100% wool from Givenchy, and it's really old styling, or not really old styling, really old sizing is what it is. So it's funny because all of these brands that are considered classic today were not classic at the time. They were groundbreaking. They did all of these styles that were totally new to the world, and I am a huge fan of Hubert de Givenchy and his granddaughter, and this style is so timeless. If you've seen Breakfast at Tiffany's, you know what? I need to have pearls for this jacket. So I plan on having this black jacket as my one black jacket. For those of you who do not know, I have one black dress that I own, and I have one black jacket now, just in case I have to attend a funeral in the colder months and I don't have any dark clothes. So the etiquette for funerals is to wear dark clothes, preferably black. It also depends on your age. I wanted to have one black jacket that is very smart, put together, and if I'm gonna go for a black jacket, it has to look exceptional. And I love this detail because it has like this hourglass peplum. It's not a peplum. The way it's styled, how it flares out, is so feminine to me. And it's not just a straight box, because I hate with a capital H. Everyone says, Gia, don't say hate. It's a strong word. It's too strong of a word. I will tell you that I hate boxy jackets that are square because they don't give you any shape, and the only part of my body that needs the shape is my upper body. So I wear these cashmere crew necks every day, and I will belt them sometimes. I'll wear braces, or I'll wear a high waist that cinches in my waist, and I'll tuck this in properly. Where this jacket, I don't need to do anything, I just need to button it up. And I like to button the lower part to give me more of a shape because I'm very top heavy and sometimes the buttons are already bursting. So I don't want to give that kind of attention that is negative. I want to have a jacket that's smart, that kind of mixes things up, because I don't own any black, and I deliberately got this to be for funerals. I have a black hat, I'm looking at it right now, a black dress that I cannot close this, my chest is too big. I cannot close it right now currently because I don't want to rip this. Seems fine, but these buttons are just really smooth, so I'll show you. My only thing with this jacket is that I am looking to replace the buttons because they look very, very scratched. And I am thinking of getting gold buttons because these look a bit dull, and I found some Givenchy buttons that were used online and that are vintage and from this authenticated store. And I am just like, the buttons it brings the jacket down where I feel like it's a bit more drab, where I feel if the buttons are, I don't know, if they're pearl or wood or anything else but this horrible plastic, it's just like, it looks like a piece of candy. I'll wear my Don't Talk to Me shades with this. And it looks very like city chic. Subscribe and click the bell to get notified on the how to style video. The final jacket, but it's not the final item, that I got from Vestiaire Collective is this SMYTHE jacket. So I love SMYTHE, and I got this for half off. Literally, this is pretty much new considering the design is not that old. It's pretty much new the way it is worn. It's in excellent condition, and I was so in love with it the very first time I saw it on their website. The very first time I found their brand, I thought, holy moly, what brand is this? This Canadian brand is a showstopper when it comes to dressing up properly. I feel like Jordan B. Peterson, because he always wears rifle patch jackets. I don't know if he goes target shooting with clay pigeons or hunting, but he's always like dressed up when he wants to dress smart with something that has rifle patches. I noticed very countryside, which is so chic, I think, but he wears it a bit too much, where he has other three-piece suits that are fabulous that he obviously mixes and matches them. I noticed this about his fashion sets because he loves dressing up, and he talks about dressing up is good for you and it's having a sense of pride and honor and this and that. I got this specifically to look elegant when I'm like riding a horse, when I'm shooting. It's definitely meant to be worn as a high quality wool jacket. This is wool and it has herringbone. Look at the chevron in the thread. It's so glamorous, and it's very smart, and it's an equestrian jacket. How do I know this? Because if you do not ride horses, here's something to know. Equestrian jackets were meant to be round so that when you ride the horse, you can go like this. I don't know if you guys know any shooting history. I think it was like the first Winter Olympics where they would shoot and ski, and they had rifle patch jackets. Holding a rifle in mid-air skiing, like going up a hill and then skiing so fast. I love this jacket because the color, first off, I was so torn because I wanted to get the camel rifle patch with the black because it's smarter. I can wear it to work, to the city, but I'm moving to the countryside. I'm not gonna be much in the city. I don't plan on it. I want to be out in fresh air, but I also want to like look like I own the land rather than I work on the land because I'm gonna be owning a lot of the land anyway. The buttons are so smart because they look so lived in. And I think this is real leather. I think it is, because it didn't say anything about faux. But against that, the pockets are real. They all work. I do not plan on using them particularly so much, but I guess every now and again, if you want to like have some rifle shells ready so that you can shoot a clay pigeon, or if you go hunting for like a pig and eat for a few months, then that makes sense. So if it's extra cold and your scarf is not enough, keep the wind out. I like to do this. Like when I was living in the Nordics, people are always putting their coats up because it's just so cold. Blue is it's one of my favorite colors right now. I'm really enjoying it. My favorite color of all time is periwinkle. Ever since I was a little kid, really flattering on any deep winter because it makes your dark hair pop, makes your features pop, and it's so smart. I just do the top button for now. My chest is large, and if I'm wearing a bra, it's especially hard to do the top button. It has a third flap back here, which is awesome. It's about mobility on a horse, and you're like this the whole time. If you see jockeys, they always have the best core strength. Cowboys too, I guess. So this is very like my cowboy jacket. This shirt is Ralph Lauren. I know it always splits in the middle. There's only one brand I found that has technology to keep your bust in the middle closed like this, where it actually covers you and doesn't have a gaping hole. It's called The Shirt. The-shirt.com. Check it out, ladies. It's perfect technology if you have a larger bust, and it looks elegant and not like you're trying to be inappropriate at work, or not like you just don't know how to shop for yourself and you don't want to have to get a size up when you are actually a smaller size. I definitely need to get bespoke shirts made because I'm having so much trouble with buying a proper dress shirt. I think the buttons are real pearl because they feel very uneven, and the way to one way to check if pearls are real is if you rub them against your teeth and it feels rough and scratchy. I cannot button this right now. Even one of my nails are short. So I like this because the Peter Pan collar is very rounded, very friendly, very cute, and I think it's more feminine with my outfit. And it has 3 buttons here, which I love. I love a good cuff. Ralph Lauren knows how to do a good cuff and a good collar because he's very much inspired by English shirting and styling and design, because he worked at Brooks Brothers. He knows what makes a good shirt, good quality shirts and suits. So I think he learned a lot from Savile Row also. A lot of American designers and a lot of Italian and French suit designers, they go to Savile Row, steal one of their styles, because at each store, like Huntsman, Jeeves and Hawks, like you name it, they have their own style, and each suit is very different, and you can tell right away. I like to wear it with this button open if it's a regular shirt and not with the chest stretching technology. I'm not trying to be sexy. It doesn't show anything. And if you want to be modest, you can use fashion tape or wear something underneath, like a bodysuit or a camisole. I don't like to wear just a camisole sometimes because it looks like you're just covering up. Or if you wear something intentional like a camisole that is lace, that is very feminine and soft and just extra luxurious that way, I think that makes it look very much more dressed up and intentional, that you're not trying to cover yourself with simply like just a line that goes across. So I don't open it. I'm not trying to be sexy. It's just that my top doesn't fit properly. So it looks better when it looks intentional that I'm having it open with like some lace underneath, and I'll have this shirt styled in so many ways so that you can see it and your items don't get boring as fast, and it looks more relaxed and intentional as opposed to just me wearing a shirt that looks like it's ill-fitting. And I also don't want to ruin these incredible buttons. I will show you. I know it looks like a regular button, but in person you'll see how imperfect it is, and I love that. And it's so like, it feels different. It doesn't feel like regular plastic buttons. It definitely feels like there is something more to it, and that's pearl. And I don't like to always button my shirts because it's such a pain in the tuchus. So I will I won't wear it loose when it's down like this. I'll wear it up like a Louis XIV style to be more exaggerated with the flare cuff, as if I'm doing it on purpose. So these are little things that I like to call lazy hacks. So it looks like you're not necessarily trying to like kind of insult the style or wear them inappropriately or wear them incorrectly. A bib necklace around it if you are wearing a crew neck over it. It looks so decadent and dressed up. I'll style this in a separate video because this is such a very versatile jacket that people think, oh, you can only wear this to work, you can only wear this dressed up. It's like, no, you just don't know how to dress. People have told me so many times that, oh, you can't wear that, because people just don't have the vision. They don't have like the open mind. They're very limited in things that they can do with the stuff they have. And when you have such little, you have more options. I think in the way that you can be resourceful with ideas that you can create for outfits, you can become smarter in the way you dress by finding new ways to style something. And that's something that is simply said but harder to do. Hope you like this haul. Let me know what you think in the comments below of either the brands DIOR, GIVENChy, SMYTHE, Ralph Lauren. I have a whole haul of Ralph Lauren things, Ralph Lauren goodies that are linked below. It's a whole haul of Polo Ralph Lauren, all of these amazing quality Ralph Lauren items. I do not get paid to say this. I just love Ralph Lauren because they're an American sustainable brand that is I've been wearing literally since I was a baby. So I will find old photos of me celebrating the holidays in super cute Ralph Lauren polo dresses that are like, I look back and think, wow, I was very, very lucky as a kid to wear such chic garments that I want to dress up my little kids in Ralph Lauren. And I, as an adult, want to dress Ralph Lauren for like the whole family. My husband gets Ralph Lauren like Purple Label sweaters from his dad, and his dad always wears Purple Label, and his dad has exceptional taste because Ralph Lauren, it's hard to go wrong. Everything's so classic, so timeless, but it's like updated and they always keep it fresh. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you later.